That is the thing about a virtual show. Vendors send their catalog, so there's support. Sometimes you get a stack, sometimes you get one. But nevertheless, you certainly get plenty since you won't actually physically be there at the show. What I'd like to do is call this, let's take a little read here, bedtime story if you will, part 1. I got some other ones I'll share with you and I'll do a second video. But I just want to share some product that you may be familiar with, may not, or new product from a familiar vendor in this little, let's take a little read. So the one I have open right now is actually Down to Earth, their catalog there. Let me just highlight this up a little bit there. Down to Earth is a very good organic omni-listed product, and has unique stuff. Their BioLive would be a live biologic that it uses in quite a bit of its mix, and it has the acid mix, the tomatoes, but also would bring in a BioTurf, which uses the BioLive, a BioFish, which has, of course, the oceanic nutrients in it. Fruit tree, and some of the ones we are majorly pretty common with, but it got a vegan mix and a vegetable garden mix. They have their top sellers marked, and they'll be marked on your order form. That's Down to Earth as far as that goes. There's ones that carry the azomite, both in the granulate and the powder. They have an alfalfa meal, crab meal, feather meal, kelp, seabird guano. They have the bat guano as well. Shrimp meal, the bat guano I mentioned. The humic acids, they carry those as well, as they have the neem seed meal, soybean meal. So you can see that the draw would be especially for the organic farmer, but the package itself is just down to earth and it's killer. As well as they carry some of the soluble fertilizers. So that is down to earth. I want you to take a look at that. As far as getting some bugs killed, both mosquitoes and roach and ant killers and all-purpose home pest control, that is EcoRaider. I'll make sure you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's EcoRaider, which is a derived from, as far as that goes, it's derived from plant-based and non-toxic insect killers, but a very effective one. Sometimes, as we know, the organic controls and the naturals don't always do the job well. This one from EcoRaider is worth your look and does a fantastic job. Share with you also the Dr. Joe, the water-soluble effervescent plant food. That is a unique situation. Got a little glare there, sorry about that. That will actually allow you to put a water-soluble effervescent tab into water, 1 tablet, 1 gallon, real easy coverage, no measuring mixing. And you're going to actually do this. You have a way for your flowers, your foliages, your shrubs, your veggies, inside and outside, if you will, to have a 1-to-1 ratio and realize what the proper ratio is, and of course your feed if you do it every week. So that's Dr. Joe that you want to be sure and take a look at. What I also brought up here is Blue Mat, and Blue Mat has been around quite some time, but we've now added them. And if you allow me to get to simplistic with it, because it is a very simple system, it's a matter of having these high quality terracotta plugs in a plant, in a container, these ones here, but with a pressure feed to it. You could go with a gravity feed into the line and these terracotta dispersers. You could go with a regulator on an actual hose end, spigot end, and it also could do a pump, which is regulated by the actual feed themselves. But nevertheless, a very down-to-earth, no pun intended, but nevertheless, system there to sorry about that, water your plants and have effective watering there for your plants to be fed on a as needed basis with the moisture and the wicking of the terracotta insert there. That's Blue Mat. As far as some other chemicals, these would not necessarily be new chemicals per se, but with your Reagan and Massey, it's bringing a very good price point to your existing chemicals. The Pondai, the glyphosate, the 41%. They have, a fast-acting weed and grass killer, a total vegetation, which is a little higher concentrate, if you will, the RM43. The crabgrass, like I say, they are a no-nonsense, and in effect, a no-nonsense even label to some maybe familiar chemicals we know about, but a lower price point and some good stuff there. I want to make sure you brought your attention to, and that's Regan and Massey. And as far as this particular video, I'll just close off with, don't forget, with all the hassle that has been going on with Monsanto and the glyphosate situation, there are replacement ones out there. This particular one, for instance, Monterey, which does a very good economical product line as far as chemicals. The Cheetah Pro would be the glufosinate. I can never say it right, I'm sorry. But the glufosinate ammonium would actually be your replacement chemical, if you will, for the glyphosate. And it actually is a little more specific to the plant and not as much travel through the soil as much as runoff and so forth as the glyphosate tended to do. Monterey itself has many good products. They have the Diquat and the neem oils, and you probably know them. It's just their no-nonsense label, but having some products that are very good to offer at an economical price range. So that's certainly worth your look, and that's Monterey.